has taken over. Let's go. It's Ferrall. Coast to coast. Steaks, chicks, stacks. You and I are going to make a lot of money. It's Ferrall, coast to coast.
It's Ferrall Coast to Coast in the biggest way possible right here on SportsGrid and SportsGrid Radio. Carver High here with you. Scotty out. He will be back next week as he's gone for 4th of Ferrall weekend. And he'll be back with us next week for all that. We got our first chuckle of the day from the Prime Minister, who we'll bring in a moment. Mike Carver here with you, of course. A big Wednesday. It's a golf Wednesday on C2C as we have a lot going on. Gabe will be with us in the first hour as always. We've got Keith Stewart from Read the Line in the final hour as we get ready for the tractor tournament this week, the John Deere. And you're probably looking at that going, hey, it's Golf Wednesday. You're supposed to have Cam and Keith Stewart on a Golf Wednesday. Well, the good news for you is you get the Prime Minister the whole way today, the whole show. That's right. Cam Stewart is with me today with Scotty out and tomorrow as well. Cam, great to see you as always. A full-length Golf Wednesday for you today.
Love you, Carver. Happy Canada Day yesterday and the 4th of July on Friday. I can't wait for everything, man. I'm betting Wimbledon. We got afternoon baseball. We got everything. We got golf tournaments. Hell, we'll even dip into every golf tournament overseas, too. So we're just not done here. We're going to, if you like betting, this is the place to be. And Renzi's on, too. And he'll have some soccer bets coming out as yin-yang.
I was going to say to you, I would bet that I'm sure you're involved. I don't know why I even had to ask. I'm sure you're involved in this Wimbledon stuff that's going on. And I hope you love betting pooches. Pooches is one of Cam's specialty. I mean, you talk about pooches barking on the grass over there the last couple days at the start of this tournament, Cam. Huge upsets now, both the men and the women's side. It's been crazy.
It has been crazy. What about the women? The top 2 American ladies go out at 42-1. So when I'm putting parlays together, Carver, they have to be plus money. And I'm finding ways to bet against some of these big dogs. I don't know what's going on at Wimbledon, but they set a record the first day, 13 seeds out. Like, this is nuts. Like, I've seen upsets before, but like literally betting dogs blind. If you're doing it right now, you're probably making a lot of money. The cream will rise to the top with the sinners of the world. But right now, if you're looking for underdogs, these guys came to play in Wimbledon.
They certainly have. So we're going to have our eyes on Wimbledon here. As I know, what do they got? They got a couple hours to go before that great curfew sets in at 11 o'clock local, and they shut everybody down for the night. Just let them play all night like the U.S. Open does. I agree. Just let them play. No need to stop the action. Speaking of action, there's a ton of afternoon baseball, mostly because there was so many rainouts last night, Cam, that we've had a trio of doubleheaders. Really 4 because the Red Sox game also wasn't rained out, but they started and didn't finish. So they're finishing that one this afternoon too. So here's what we got cooking. We have 2 finals in the books. The Rays did beat the A's 6-5 down in Tampa. That's already finished. The Pirates, that is 6 in a row for the Buccos, Cam, as they sweep the Cardinals after sweeping the Mets this past weekend. What a run for them at PNC. They'll get themselves a day off. Where are they going next, the Pirates? Up to Seattle. That's a good way to kill a good winning streak at home. Send them out to the Pacific Northwest, and they'll go in the tank up there. But a great win for the Pirates, 5-0 today. Elsewhere, Game 1 in Philadelphia, 6-1 Padres lead the Phillies right now. 11-1, the Tigers lead the Nationals in Game 1 of a doubleheader there. I know Riley Green's hit 2 homers. Torkelson just homered for the Tigers as the ball has just been flying out for Detroit. Tough scene for the Nationals there today. First game of a doubleheader at Citi Field, where the Brewers just got a grand slam from the immortal Joey Ortiz. That's right, Joey Ortiz. 6-2. Brewers lead the Mets as they go to the 7th inning there. And we mentioned Red Sox picked it up in the top of the 4th about a half an hour ago. Going to the bottom of the 6th, the Reds got a 2-run homer from Spencer Steer since they have restarted. And they now jump ahead of Boston 3-2. So lots of afternoon baseball for you as well, Cam.
I'm loving it, Carver. I put it with the golf. I wish you attacked the Detroit Tigers bats today because you'd be in a great shape heading into the John Deere.
I Well,
dinger. More dingers.
I got some things already with the golf this week,
Nice.
but you're right. I should have had some going with that Detroit game. I did have Torkelson in a little bit of a lotto with Rooker and Tatis, and of course Rooker homered in the A game. So maybe, Cam, we can get ourselves a Tatis big fly near the end of this San Diego-Philadelphia game, and then we can really have ourselves an afternoon party. So lots of baseball, and we have a lot more tonight. Tons of night games, including the Yankees and the Jays. And I guess the Jays, they could pull even with the Yankees tonight, right, Cam? They could sweep them and actually not sweep them because they're playing tomorrow, right? That's a 4-gamer, the Yankees and the Jays, right? They are playing tomorrow night as well. But they could take the first 3 and pull even in the AL East.
Been very impressed, Carver. And you talked about the Yankees, and George and I talk about with Gabe every night. Horribly defensively. You got a catcher who's like catcher interference back-to-back games. When the hell has that happened before? And that was a huge mistake because it kept an inning going. Barger gets on, and then Springer hits the grand slam. If you're a Yankee fan right now, you're probably going ballistic just watching this team defensively. You know me, Carver, I'm a Jay fan. It was a great Canada Day. They haven't been very successful on that day, but beating the Yankees makes everyone feel good around here. But this is the thing. The New York Yankees, like, watch out. Blue Jays are coming, and Tampa Bay lost to the Rays, to the Athletics the other night. They win today. It would have been nice if we could have got another win by the Athletics. But I'll tell you, this AL East, what a battle we have going on right now. And we talk about it. The Rays, take a look at their back-end schedule. A lot of road games. So things are really getting interesting.
Things really are getting interesting, and we'll go through some of that stuff later on as well. We, of course, have NBA and NHL free agency, which is kind of winding down. You know, there's so much news in the first 24 to 36 hours of it that it does eventually spill down a little bit. But there are some things that are still trickling in. And the Knicks finally hired a coach as Mike Brown, 5th job for him. Of course, he got chopped in Sacramento this past season in the middle of the year. He'll now get himself another shot with the Knicks. Very mixed bag of reaction, Cam, I've seen from some of the Knick faithful here in New York. Some say it's a good hire. Some say it's very uninspiring. We shall see. I don't know if it was worth firing Thibodeau for.
Exactly. That's not, like, what do you want from Thibodeau? Look how deep you guys went. Like, this is what I don't understand in the modern world. Let's just fire a coach when we're successful and we go deep. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely nuts. These guys should have more chances than that. And I just think it's just the world we're living in right now, and it's stupid. Like, what do you want the guy to do? Great. Oh, there's always overreactions. Like, so Carver, we're successful in our business, and we just didn't make enough. But, we're 20% over profits. Let's get I just don't understand the way these guys roll. Thibodeau deserved another shot.
Speaking of overreactions, I'll ask you about this later. I'm sure there was plenty of overreaction to Mitch Marner basically telling everyone yesterday how he's been plotting his move to Vegas for months. How he's asking guys at the Four Nations.
Everyone's hating on him now.
He was everybody. The guy basically told you yesterday. Oh man, I mean, I've been talking to guys on the team forever
about it. He's coming on, and he's a bad person. Listen, Leaf fans, relax. They already got the Marner jerseys out. He was going to leave anyway.
These are the same Leaf fans who basically dragged Islander fans over coals for how they treated Tavares when he left Long Island to go to Toronto. Same Leaf fan base. It is Golf Wednesday. We've got the tractor tournament, the John Deere. We'll do plenty of that as well. We've got Gabe coming up next. Very big Wednesday coast to coast here on SportsGrid and SportsGrid Radio. We will get everything cooking for you when we come back. Get it started. Ferrall coast to coast on a Wednesday. Carver and Cam Stewart in for Scotty. We're back after this.
Enter into the magical world of McLuck.com, where even the smallest of spins can win real cash prizes. Adventure into over 1,000 of the best Vegas-style slot games. So what are you waiting for? Unlock your free welcome offer today. Join the fun where winners play and players win.
we are seeing unbelievable temperature surges over the past couple days. So I wanted to ask you this question to let the people know, like, how do we account for that in our handicapping? Like, 2 good pitchers on the mound, but you look at a place like Wrigley Field, let's just say, 20-mile-an-hour winds blowing out, 90-plus degree temperatures. Is it almost like you say to yourself, you just have to fade the environment and not worry about the pitchers, because if we're hitting fly balls, they're going yard?
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
Their team total is 19.5 wins. I told you to go under, and it's by far the best bet I have recommended on this network in 4 years. They can't get out of their own way. And now Sloot is out for the year. Let's hope Sloot gets back, because I respect the hell out of Sloot, and I want her to go out on her own terms. Hopefully we'll have her back for the 26th season.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid.
Kevin Durant, at the age of 36 years old, after 17 seasons that he has played in the NBA DRS, is now on his way to H-Town.
I don't think it's a great move. I wanted him to go to a ready-made championship team full of a veteran roster and see if he can ring chase that way. Not to go to an organization on the come-up that if you just stay the course, and also, what better blueprint do we have than just staying the course and okay, safe, right?
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high, but the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that ring. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of 15.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. It's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
And we are back, Ferrall, coast to coast here on a Wednesday. Carver High in for Scotty, SportsGrid Radio. Great to have everybody with us. Of course, every day we've got Gabe Morency with us. Sports Rage, late night, 10 p.m. East, every night here on the grid. Gabe, good to see you as always. I'm going to start here because me and Cam were just talking about this, and I was asking him about the overreaction in Toronto to Marner. And I thought it was funny because Marner basically sat there in Vegas yesterday at that press conference and he had this thing planned out for like forever. Like, he's like, I talked to guys at the Four Nations. We've been, how is it to live here? Great championship pedigree. Gabe, he must have known forever he was heading out there to Sin City.
You know what? I always thought he was, actually, and there was a buzz about this. They really didn't hide it. A couple of weeks ago, Mitch Marner's wife was in Vegas looking for a house. And I've said this before, Carver, over the years. NHL insiders and the Adam Schefters of the world, they're going to know what general managers tell them, right? They're going to know what agents tell them. If you really want to know what's going on, it's the common person in the world that knows things, Mike, but they don't even know that they know it. You know what I mean? Put it this way, I got a message from someone that told me, yeah, my girlfriend works in a hair salon. Mitch Marner's wife got her nails done. They're moving to Vegas next week. It's like, do you know if it's true or not? I don't, you know what I mean? It's one of those type of deals. But I got all these sort of, I live in Vegas. Marner's wife is just hooked up with a real estate agent. I know. It was just like one thing after another, and it's just funny, like, there's some nail salon woman that knows, like, where Mitch Marner is going. Wouldn't know what to do with the information, Carver. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's some real estate agent. Who? Mitch Marner? I'm meeting some lady, Marner. I don't know. His husband? Who? Right? So it's funny who actually knows these things. The little parting shot I thought that was interesting yesterday with Mitch was when he said, well, if you want to win a Stanley Cup, these guys have proven that they could do it. It was like, all right, that's, you could have played better in the playoffs and helped the Leafs make the Stanley Cup. But I'm sure you saw the video. I reposted it so Marner shows up in Vegas. They're at the team headquarters. They have all the employees there that work for the team. Yep. They have the mascot. They have a band. They have the cheerleaders. and they make him feel welcome. If he signs in Toronto, he goes downstairs and faces a media that asks him, so do you think you're worth $12 million a year considering you choke in the playoffs? And, dude, people were throwing stuff at his garage door and leaving garbage on his lawn during the playoffs. Like, is that normal behavior? Like, okay, fine. You know, the Leafs didn't win. You and I are Bills fans, so we understand it. Certain times, like, the past pressures, whether it's fair or not, get put on the team right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not Josh Allen's fault the Bills have never won a Super Bowl, right? He didn't lose 4 in a row, but it becomes part of it. It's like it just sort of gets bigger and it grows, and there always becomes a face of it. I'll admit it, dude. Like, I used to hate Ryan Fitzpatrick when he was our quarterback. I was like, this son of a bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, and then I realized, why am I projecting all my anger on this team at this poor dude? Like, he's just another guy. Like, it's not J.P. Lossman's fault, Carver. We never won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just another guy. Yet in Toronto, bro, you would have thought that, like, Mitch Marner, like, pulled a Draymond and, like, you know what I mean? Like, cost them somehow. Like, you see it, Mike. By the way, let me just throw this out there. You know hockey. So for all you Leaf fans, oh, he's this, he's that. Okay. You know that he's assisted on 296 of Austin Matthews' career goals, bro. 296. All right, good luck replacing that, Toronto.
Good luck replacing it. And you're right. From my aspect, I look at it like this. I watched the Toronto fan base completely kill the Islander fan base when they were mad about Tavares going up there and leaving Long Island. And there was a home aspect to that and all of that. But the Toronto fans basically said, oh, you guys just crybabies, you know, he's going home. And now look what they're doing with Marner going to Vegas. And now you know, shoes on the other foot now. You understand what it's like. And Gabe, I don't blame this guy because like you said, every night in Toronto, it's like Game 7 of the Stanley Cup. Now, some guys can handle that and some guys can't. There's always 30 microphones in your face, win, lose, or draw. Preseason, there's 30 microphones in your face. This guy now is going to get $12 million a year to go live out in Vegas, have 2 microphones in his face after every night, and just go home and chill and not have to deal with it. Matthews is probably sitting there right now going, oh my God, I need to do this too. Like I gotta find my own spot.
You know, in the back of his mind, he was thinking, man, imagine if I was on the Vegas Golden Knights. Oh man, like it's true. You're right, and I swear to God too. I don't know. I think I might have saw Mitch Marner smile once or twice, bro, in the last 7-8 years. I'm dead serious. And when he spoke, you see it. When he spoke, he always looked down to the media, right? Yeah, we tried. Yeah, it's disappointing. You see him yesterday? Oh. He looked like a dude that just won a lottery. Like you and I would look like we just won the Powerball. Like he was all tan. He's beaming. Yeah, it's just great to be here. I was like, this guy looks like the weight of the world has been taken off his shoulders. Like he really does. And you know he's going to be good. Come on, him and Eichel on a power play together.
Of course. And look, and Matthews will look the same way 3 or 4 years from now when he gets that ski resort up in Utah. And he goes and plays for them. And he goes and gets himself a bungalow away from the world.
You called it with Tavares too. Leaf fans were like, Islander fans are classless, so they boo him. Yeah, let's see how Marner gets treated. Let's see how Marner gets treated. You guys,
I know one thing.
You carjacked him. Let me just say this. You carjacked him outside a movie theater a couple of years ago. Like the day after they got eliminated from the playoffs. Was it related? No, but, I'm just saying. You're from Toronto. You're Mitch Marner. You lose in the playoffs. Everybody hates you. You go to a movie and you get carjacked. All right? And now this year in the playoffs, you lose, and they dump garbage on your lawn.
Right.
And people wonder why people don't want to play for Canadian teams. And he's from Toronto. He's a local kid.
From there, and he couldn't wait to get the hell out of there.
They punched Evander Kane in the back of the head in a club the other night. He's from Vancouver. He returns home. And then people bitch, the taxes. It's more than taxes, Mike.
It is. We got more with Gabe. Gold Cup tonight. Semis. We'll see who Gabe likes and knows when we come back.
If you're betting $50 a pop, doesn't matter. But if you want to bet $2 or $3 grand each side and literally have plus 110 on both sides, not the worst way to make some money on a Sunday night.
Not at all, right? I mean, and that's amazing. I've never really watched this in real time where you see these odds fluctuate with penalty kicks going on.
In-game live only on SportsGrid.
Oklahoma City now becomes one of 4 NBA teams ever, one of 3 NBA champs ever to win at least 84 total regular season and postseason games.
It's just the beginning, Ben, and you just look at a team with, these guys at such a young age, and, Chet's got a team option, Ismail Dieng has a team option, Jalen Williams team option, Keyshawn Wallace team option. Hey, Ben, they're all coming back.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Kalshi has been around since 2018, offering these event contract trading prediction markets where you can wager on things like the weather, whether or not Dave Portnoy is going to give a 9.0 on his next pizza review spot, and then the election, which is where they really made headlines. Election betting is technically illegal.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Was the first time, I think, in Dodgers history that the ballpark was full in the first inning. Everybody was there to see Shohei Ohtani throw his first pitch as a Dodger, and I had mixed emotions about this for a few reasons. Number one, it was a reminder of, wow, this is so crazy, right? You're watching him hit 98, 99, even 100 on the radar gun going, this guy's not human. Nobody should be able to be this good of a hitter and this good of a pitcher.
Fantasy Sports Today, only on SportsGrid.
And we're back. Ferrall Coast to Coast here on a Wednesday. Carver High in for Scotty. Gabe Morency's with us, Sports Rage late night, weeknights at 10 East, right here on the grid. All right, Gabe, I got a lot of baseball stuff to get to, but first let's quickly find out who you like in these Gold Cup semis tonight. So the U.S. will play Guatemala in the first game, 7 o'clock East. That's in St. Louis. Remember, U.S. gets a gift because Canada got bumped off in kicks by Guatemala, because I think Canada would have gave, obviously, the United States a tough time. And then Mexico and Honduras in the late game. That's in Santa Clara at Levi, where the Niners play. Obviously, Mexico's a big favorite.
Yeah, you know what? In Mexico, it's amazing how these tournaments are in the United States all the time, yet it's like it's in Mexico. Mexico basically has they do, and they will against the U.S. even in the final. Like, they just do. And, it's kind of bizarro world. I'll tell you what, Mexico, Honduras tonight, what's the card prop? I know you like your props, right? You like to bet home runs and stuff.
Yeah,
dude,
I get nuts with it.
You know how Honduras play soccer? I think they have their prison guards on their soccer team or something, bro. I think it's their military. They're nuts. They're legit nuts. They tackle you. It's over the top. So it's over under 4.5 cards tonight. So the books are aware. This is going to be a chippy game. It's the only way Honduras can win. They basically just kick you in the face. They tackle you. They don't care if they get kicked out and are playing a man down. They'll do it again, right? It's basically thug soccer 101. And I don't know how much you've watched of this Gold Cup. But, dude, they might as well be playing with a goat's head or just tape up a ball. It's not even soccer, Mike. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
like Canada. It's we tied. It's we tied. Did you see it? We're lucky we're still alive. You see what happened out there? We lost 3 guys to injury. We just want to go home. You know what I mean? It's one of these. Canada was talking after about, we got to leave this CONCACAF stuff. The players are we're not getting better just by fighting with Honduras. You know what I mean? This is not soccer. And we saw, dude, Costa Rica aren't that good right now. They're tough to score on. And we saw the U.S. and Costa Rica go to penalty kicks. We saw Guatemala and Canada go to penalty kicks. I think you can take these teams, shake it up, and it's they can play again tomorrow. And you know what? They'll go to penalty kicks again tomorrow. So I'm going to roll the dice tonight, bro. I know this sounds crazy. U.S. should get it done, but it's plus 475 for a draw. All right. And the Mexico-Honduras game, similar situation. Mexico don't blow anybody out. Like, they do everything dramatic. They score in like the 90th minute all the time. Like, they really do. It's almost like, it's like a soap opera with these guys. So that one should be close. I know it's a little daring, but I'll cut to the chase. The best bets in these games, both of them to go under, guys. There's not going to be goals in these games. Like, Mexico will be happy to win 1-0. USA is going to be happy not to get like their leg broken tonight in this game by somebody. It's plus 125 to the under as well. Like, USA, Guatemala, let's go under the 2.5.
That's really why Pulisic didn't want to play in the Gold Cup. He just didn't want to get beat up for a month. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, he's not dumb, and he's the star. You know it. You just called it. People are, oh, he's soft. He's not soft. He's not stupid. Like, dude, look at Alphonso Davies. He got hurt last time. He's out. Like, when you play this goon stuff, for people tuning in, it's basically imagine like playing in a hockey league where it's like all out brawls. And you're telling Connor Bedard and you're telling these kids, Celebrini, we want you to play in this league this summer here. It'll make you tougher. It's like they're going to get their teeth knocked out. Like, it's not soccer. Like, I'm totally with you. Like, I think the USA were smart. I would roll out. Like, dude, Canada got like 3-4 guys hurt in this tournament because Jesse Marsh is a psycho and he wants to win all the time. Right? Oh, we got to win. We got to win. It's like, coach, no one will remember if we win or lose this next month. Like, no one cares.
Real fast, Gabe. Toronto can pull even with the Yankees tonight with Berrios on the mound against this Will Warren, who I can't stand, but everybody loves him because he strikes out a lot of guys. You getting Toronto as dogs again at home.
I know you don't like Warren, so I'll ask you the question. Are the Jays going to score 5 or more runs tonight? You know that they're a major league best 34-3 right now when scoring 5 or more runs. So that's almost the magic number. Can they get to 5? Are the Jays going to win every game? Listen, if they sweep them, they'll be in first place, right? It's a 4-game set. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but just from a pure betting standpoint, I think you agree. How do you get in front of this Jays team right now as home underdogs, and why would you want to bet on the Yankees right now as favorites?
Yep. And Kershaw gets the 3,000 strikeouts tonight also with the Dodgers. But the number's 4.5.
His prop is 4.5. Man, I was hoping it was. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to still do it. Let's get the 5.
We'll see you tonight, Gabe.
You're betting $50 a pop, doesn't matter. But if you want to bet $2 or $3 grand each side and literally have plus 110 on both sides, not the worst way to make some money on a Sunday night.
Not at all, right? I mean, and that's amazing. I've never really watched this in real time where you see these odds fluctuate with penalty kicks going on.
In-game live only on SportsGrid.
Oklahoma City now becomes one of 4 NBA teams ever, one of 3 NBA champs ever to win at least 84 total regular season and postseason games.
It's just the beginning, Ben, and you just look at a team with, these guys at such a young age, and, Chet's got a team option, Ismael Dieng has a team option, Jalen Williams team option, Keyshawn Wallace team option. Hey, Ben, they're all coming back.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Kalshi has been around since 2018, offering these event contract trading prediction markets where you can wager on things like the weather, whether or not Dave Portnoy is going to give a 9.0 on his next pizza review spot, and then the election, which is where they really made headlines. Election betting is technically illegal.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Was the first time, I think, in Dodgers history that the ballpark was full in the first inning. Everybody was there to see Shohei Ohtani throw his first pitch as a Dodger, and I had mixed emotions about this for a few reasons. Number one, it was a reminder of, wow, this is so crazy, right? You're watching him hit 98, 99, even 100 on the radar gun going, this guy's not human. Nobody should be able to be this good of a hitter or this good of a pitcher.
Fantasy Sports Today, only on SportsGrid.
And we're back. Ferrall Coast to Coast on a Wednesday. Carver High and the Prime Minister Cam Stewart in for Scotty here on C2C, SportsGrid Radio. Great to have everybody with us here. Cam, a few things here before we move along. I didn't get my Tatis homer. I'm a little upset. Tatis with a weak grounder to shorten at 6-3, so he's probably not going to get another at-bat. The Red Sox and the Reds are now 3-3, top of the eighth inning in Boston. The Nationals got a run, but they're still down 11-2, and the Brewers added on 7-2 for them. So big afternoon. I mean, and you got a couple teams there. Like the Mets just can't get out of their own way right now. And I know we're going to do tonight's games later in the show, but you're talking about losing again this afternoon, and then they got to face this kid Mizorowski tonight. Who has he even given up a run yet in his first couple of starts? This Mizorowski, that's bad business for the Mets tonight.
I'll be betting on beers tonight. Bring me the brew. I'm already there when it was 2-1. And no offense to everybody at SportsGrid. I know we got a lot of Mets fans, but they're just a cold baseball team right now. You're going to give me a good price with Milwaukee down 1. Not sure about my upsets in tennis, but I'll tell you, the Brewers up 7-2. We're getting these guys plus 260, whatever, when they're down a damn run. And that's the whole thing. Now they're up 5, Carver. Betting live baseball. I'd also take a look at the Cincinnati Reds. Like, on my book, they're plus 142. Like, why should Boston be favored by that much in a tie game? It's just, to me, it's just numbers. And if you want to give me a dog in the Reds at that price, I'll take it.
I have 176 right now, Cam, and that's with them having a runner on in the top of the eighth. The Reds have a runner on base.
Like, are we missing something here? Are we getting played?
And they're a double play
end
of the inning.
Look, that's what
thank you guys. Now that is super rare. Let me tell you something here. For anyone, let alone Luke or anyone else, Luke, Frank, anyone, to actually know the outcome of a play before the book, because you notice, Cam, when you're looking at the game on the book and you're watching it on TV, you know that there's super latency. Like, it is like you'll look at the book and you're going, oh man, the inning's over, and then you're watching the TV and there's like 4 more pitches, and then it actually happens. Like, for them
Luke
to be ahead of the book.
Yes,
Luke's got some super feed into probably on his MLB.TV today, and he's able to see how these things are ending, because I can't believe he had that double play before the FanDuel app did, which is very
see when I'm
wild.
watching sports with Morency every night. The guy's 20 seconds ahead of me. I can literally make a drink.
The same thing happens with. You know what, Cam? I get it with Ferrall every day. He's always miles ahead of me in every game. The only one that I kind of can angle with is at night when I do the radio with Joe. I purposely try to get ahead of him. So I'll even change, I just to mess with him too, because it bothers him. So I try to make sure that I'm ahead of him in anything that we're watching. So that's how we usually do things. Let's get a couple things from last night out of the way. Cam, why don't we? We'll start in Los Angeles, where the Dodgers have the White Sox in town for a few days. And they got to work early and often against them. 6-1, a win last night. The highlight for them, another member hitting the 30 mark here before the All-Star break. We know that Raleigh has. We know that Judge has. And now Shohei Ohtani as well. Number 30 on Sportsnet LA.
High drive. Towering into the Tuesday twilight. Shohei Ohtani, welcome home.
Wow, how about that?
Welcome home.
Great job. Welcome home for them. As suddenly, the interesting thing is, Cam, they have now, it was tight for the first 2.5 months of the season in that division. All those teams, the Giants, the Padres, they were all kind of hanging around. And now you look up as you hit the 4th of July this week, and the Dodgers have an 8-game lead on the Padres, a 9-game lead on the Giants, 10.5 on the Diamondbacks. And you know what they're doing, Cam? They're doing this. Bye.
Yep. See ya.
We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
and another thing is, I was worried at one point that wins total, because it was 96.5 or whatever. Do the math. It's right there. Like me, because I know Gabe smashed it. That's his team. So I was thinking, wow, every time they lose, it's a real big thing. But That's the thing. The Diamondbacks can't get it done. They've got major injuries. The Giants, sure, they're not in the Dodgers league, and the Padres, yeah, whatever. That's the whole thing. And Colorado, it's not even a baseball team, but I did take them last night at plus 2.5, Carver, and that cashed.
You had a big thanks to Hunter Goodman in the 9th inning for you.
I enjoyed that. Yeah, the plus 1.5, 2.5. Oh, pointless runs are my friend, Carver. When you bet losers like the Rockies. Yeah,
the good man came through for you last night. Elsewhere last night, the Marlins. How hot are the Marlins right now? They come off an undefeated West Coast trip where they won 6 games. They were riding a 7-game win streak into opening a series at home with Minnesota. And they are at it again. Great pitching, and our boy, who we love on Coast to Coast, Kyle Stowers, getting involved, FanDuel Sportsnet.
There's a fly ball in the air, right field and deep. Wallner's going back, out of the warning track. Looking up, and it's gone. 1 to the good for the Marlins here in the second. They break the ice. It's 1-0.
How about the Fish, Cam? 8 in a row? I mean, come on now. They're up to, they've even passed, or they tied now. Yeah, they did pass, and they passed the Braves in the NL East, too, with this little hot streak that they've been on.
What is going on with the Braves? Like that, they got to be one of the biggest disappointments in baseball. But as for the Fish, these guys never used to be able to score. All of a sudden, we're talking like almost double-digit win streaks with these guys. Carver, I should have been on top of it. I love to play losers, and the Fish used to be like number 3 on my list after like the Rockies and getting crazy numbers. But, man, I'm shocked. You got to be shocked with these guys right now. Like it's anybody but them.
And they're going to have, as we'll discuss later, another opportunity tonight because that Woods Richardson is going for the Twins this evening against Miami, and he stinks. That Woods Richardson. So they got a chance to maybe get themselves to 9 in a row. And the weird part is I mentioned this to you earlier. The Pirates have now won 6 in a row. After they won last night, they won this afternoon. Like 2 of the worst teams in baseball have the longest streaks right now. The Pirates and the Marlins are the teams doing all the winning. You don't see very often.
No, you don't.
The lovable losers.
The lovable losers are making everybody money if you're a Pirates fan and Joe Ranieri's Fish. It's good to be Joe Ranieri hanging with the Marlins, hanging with Stanley C. Panther. Just all winning in Florida, Carver. That's the way it goes. But I'm actually shocked. Like both of those teams with a streak like that. That's baseball.
That's baseball, Susan, as they always like to say. Braves lose 4-0 at home to Anaheim. They couldn't score any runs against Tyler Anderson. That's never good when you can't score any runs off of him. But Anaheim now got themselves back to 500. They're 42-42 there in the AL West. So the Angels have actually played pretty good, especially since Trout has come back. Nice job for them. You mentioned the Rockies. It looked like the Astros were going to run away and hide last night. The Astros got up 6-1 thanks to what we're about to play, but the Rockies crawled back into it and got themselves to 6-5 in the ninth. Victor Caratini with the grand slam on Space City Home Network in Houston.
That ball's hit high. It's hit deep. Score 4 for Victor. A grand slam, and the Astros lead this game 6-1.
Woo-hoo, this thin air. Got to get those martinis dry. And Victor delivering.
Dry martinis, thin air.
Do you like that, Tim?
Honest, yes. It's me, usually me and you with Jagger and Cole, but during the golf pick, stay tuned. But honest to God, it's just no offense to the good people of Houston. Can the Astros just go away? They're like, can anybody in this division get better? Seattle, figure it out. I just can't understand every single damn year. It's the Astros. And I know you, Carver, as a Yankee, and I watch these guys, I'm just like, they just don't go away. They're like a rash.
They never go away, and they don't even have their best player. Yordan Alvarez hasn't played all year, and he doesn't sound like he's going to play anytime soon because every time he's about to come back, he has another setback, and he's got to go see another hand specialist. Not a good scene for him. Ferrall Coast to Coast on a Wednesday. Carver and Cam for Scotty. We're back after this.
Kalshi has been around since 2018, offering these event contract trading prediction markets where you can wager on things like the weather, whether or not Dave Portnoy is going to give a 9.0 on his next pizza review spot, and then the election, which is where they really made headlines. Election betting is technically illegal.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
Put Pete Crow Armstrong on the mound to see what he does. Like, Ohtani, just by himself at the plate, is the best hitter in Major League Baseball. Let's just say, keep it in the National League at this point. He's the MVP. So I can't wait till he pitches 6 innings, gives up 5 earned runs. Time they go like, I don't know if he could be the MVP now. Oh, no, he's still hitting 300 with 45 jacks and just pitched 6 innings in a Major League Baseball game. And people are going to hold that against him.
Pro Baseball Today. Only on SportsGrid.
You're betting $50 a pop, doesn't matter. But if you want to bet $2 or $3 grand each side and literally have plus 110 on both sides, not the worst way to make some money on a Sunday night.
Not at all, right? I mean, and that's amazing. I've never really watched this in real time where you see these odds fluctuate with penalty kicks going on.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
I can't even believe I'm saying pitcher's battle and using the words Patrick Corbin. But can I tell you, Scott, he's a different guy. He's a totally different guy with the Rangers than we've seen.
I say this all the time. Don't worry about the first 5 innings. Don't even watch the first 5 innings in Texas Ranger games. Because for whatever reason, there's a ton of runs scored in the first 5, and then it just stops. It just stops.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
And we are back, Ferrall Coast to Coast, here on a Wednesday. Carver High and the Prime Minister, Cam Stewart, in for Scotty on SportsGrid and SportsGrid Radio. Of course, we've got Golf Wednesday later, too. And even though Cam's with me the entire time, we will, no matter what, do the golf in the normal slot that we always do, which is usually about 4:15 East, right around there, 4:14 East. Because, Cam, I just couldn't do that to people. You're here all day today. I couldn't throw them a wrench in the mix and do the golf at some other random time. Everyone always, they tune in for Golf Wednesday. They want to see Cam and me give the picks. So we got to do it at the same time, Cam, no matter what. And that'll happen.
We've been doing pretty good,
half.
too, Carver. Almost hit it out of the park. And your boy K-Stu had 2 out of the 3 in the playoffs. So a lot of great finishes last week. We didn't have Poltergeist, but this guy's unreal. Anyway, he's back at it this week. And I'll tell you one thing, great tournament, too. The European tournament, Patrick Reed, the favorite. We'll go over it all. A couple of segments because we go all over the world when it comes to golf.
Well, that's the thing. Since that's the bonus, since you're here today and I don't have to rush with you, I'll even take some time to give you that the DP World Tour, which I believe they're in Germany, right, Cam? Is that where they are? They're in
I think they are in Germany. They have so many different BMWs and Alfred Dunhills. I can't even keep up with it all. Like smokes and cars.
They play a billion tournaments, the DP World Tour. And the range of, there are tournaments like this week where there's like a bunch of live guys like Reed and there's some other big names. Then there's weeks where like Rory and Lowry and Tommy Fleetwood are playing. And then there's weeks where you couldn't pick the favorite out of a lineup. Like that's the extreme levels. At least like a tournament like this week, the John Deere. I know it's a donkey tournament. I understand that. It's not like a high level tournament, but at least, like, you know names at the top, right? I mean, you have, you got Danny McCarthy and Max Home. You have
those mid-range guys that we have are going to break through. It's one of those tournaments I'm looking, going, okay, if Ben Griffin doesn't win, then we'll talk about this. Look at all the guys that have been close, like Theodor Bjornsson,
right?
Like Knapp's a good player. You know what I mean? Like Gotterup's hanging in there. Like you got guys. Like it's just, this is going to be a tournament where somebody's going to break through, and hopefully me and you have them. That's all we're hoping for. Money.
Got her up and get him down. We'll talk about that next hour here with the Golf Wednesday. One other note on the Braves, who I mentioned before, who have now been passed by the Marlins in the NL East. They are going to get back tonight, Cam. Jurickson Profar. If you remember, they gave him all that money in the offseason, only for him to get popped like a week into the season for PEDs. So he's been sitting out since early April, and he will make his return, or he's going to be activated to come off tonight. I'm sure. I haven't seen if he's in the lineup or not. Not sure if they have thrown the Atlanta lineup in. Are they throwing him right in? They have to be if they DFA'd Verdugo. And yes, they did. Profar right back in there for the Braves tonight, as he will be in left field, hitting in the middle of the lineup. Good luck to him. Stay away from the juice. Profar this time. Oh, stay away from the juice. Royals beat the Mariners 6-3 last night. Rangers beat the Orioles 10-2. Another great performance by Jacob deGrom, as he was excellent once again for Texas. And they actually hit Cam. Me and Scotty did a thing yesterday where they're 29th in batting average, first in ERA, first in fielding, and they can't hit. The Rangers actually got the big stick out last night for a few runs.
If they ever can find ways to hit consistently, watch out. But as we talk about, Houston's got such a big damn lead. I don't know if anybody can catch these guys, but let's give it up for deGrom. You know what I mean? He's been pitching a long time, Carver, and he's doing a hell of a job. He's been fantastic.
He certainly has. Also last night, the Cubs got beat Cleveland 5-2 out at Wrigley, ho-hum, and the Diamondbacks beat the Giants 8-2. Bunch of homers for the D-backs last night. They hit 4 of them in total, but the first one was the one that put them ahead for good. The great Jake McCarthy on Diamondbacks TV.
McCarthy gives it a ride, and there it goes. 422 feet. The second of the year for Jake, who's hit in 6 straight, and the Diamondbacks have grabbed the lead.
They're kind of a funny team, Cam, because I can't really get a good grasp on them. Like, they have streaks where they look great, and they could be a playoff team. They have streaks where they look absolutely awful. They're missing a lot of guys right now. They're missing Corbin Carroll. Naylor hasn't played the last few days. Yep. He's got a neck problem. Suarez was hurt for a few days. They're a team that everyone's kind of – the bullpen is dreadful.
Just trash. Yeah.
But they're a team that a lot of these big teams are looking at, hoping that they really fall down in July, because they've got a lot of pieces that teams would want. And I think that that's kind of the team right now that people are circling for maybe a big, selling at the deadline, is
Great
Arizona,
call,
if it ever come to that.
Great call by you. And another thing is, take a look at the pitching staff. They have gallons of fun. 10 Ks last night, 5 hits against Adelaide. Pretty good performance here. And if they get any type of hitting, you're right, Carver. When you go up and down that roster, there's a lot of guys on the Snakes that you go, I wouldn't mind them for a playoff run. And that's a great point by you. They need to rebuild a little bit. And I think there's going to be basically almost everybody's up for sale with Arizona.
Maybe they can get, and by the way, the Red Sox now lead the Reds 5-3.
I know. Glad we didn't get that in. Thanks, Luke.
Nice job. They're about to go plus 176 in a 3-3 game for us. They got Abreu RBI single and a Story 2-run Story RBI double. So 5-3 now as they're looking to finish, and there's already 2 outs. They're looking to finish off the Reds there, and they will play again tonight as well in the second game in Boston. Lots of games that we will go through later on. Bottom 9 in Philly. 6-3 Padres lead. Runner on second and 2 out as this Suarez tries to close the door as well. Everything else from this afternoon is finished. Oh, they're still in the bottom of the ninth, but it is finished. 11-2, the Tigers lead the Nationals, and the Brewers finished off the Mets, Cam, 7-2 in the first game at Citi Field. So we're just about done with the afternoon action, sadly.
I'm going to tell you, man. The Mets, you talked about it, the Brewers got that stud going tonight. It's not going to get any easier for these guys. The Brewers might be a play tonight as well.
6-4 Padres. Philly's not going away yet. Now they're just a blast away from tying it after a Marsh hit. So Trey Turner coming up next. So we'll see if Turner can extend, because you know who's after him. Schwarbaum lurking as well down the lineup. All right. Ferrall Coast to Coast here on a Wednesday. Carver, Cam Stewart in for Scotty. We'll come back. More to do on the grid right after this.
Kalshi has been around since 2018, offering these event contract trading prediction markets where you can wager on things like the weather, whether or not Dave Portnoy is going to give a 9.0 on his next pizza review spot, and then the election, which is where they really made headlines. Election betting is technically illegal.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
Put Pete Crow Armstrong on the mound to see what he does. Like, Ohtani, just by himself at the plate, is the best hitter in Major League Baseball. Let's just say, keep it in the National League at this point. He's the MVP. So I can't wait till he pitches 6 innings, he gives up 5 earned runs. Time they go like, I don't know if he could be the MVP now. Oh, no, he's still hitting 300 with 45 jacks and just pitched 6 innings in a Major League Baseball game. And people are going to hold that against him.
Pro Baseball Today. Only on SportsGrid.
If you're betting $50 a pop, doesn't matter. But if you want to bet $2 or $3 grand each side and literally have plus 110 on both sides, not the worst way to make some money on a Sunday night.
Not at all, right? I mean, and that's amazing. I've never really watched this in real time where you see these odds fluctuate with penalty kicks going on.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
I can't even believe I'm saying pitcher's battle and using the words Patrick Corbin. But can I tell you, Scott, he's a different guy. He's a totally different guy with the Rangers than we've seen.
I say this all the time. Don't worry about the first 5 innings. Like, don't even watch the first 5 innings in Texas Ranger games. Because for whatever reason, there's a ton of runs scored in the first 5, and then it just stops. It just stops.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
And we're back. Ferrall Coast to Coast here on a Wednesday. Carver and Cam Stewart in for Scotty on SportsGrid and SportsGrid Radio. We have a lot going on because it's fun because Cam's here today, which means during the breaks you get the inner workings of how Cam works. Now, before we get all the inner workings. So here's what. First of all, the Phillies and the Padres. This went from being one of the dumbest plays I've ever seen, and this guy's going to get bailed out by the replay review. So Turner got a hit, Cam, with Marsh on first. Marsh went to third, and Jackson Merrill looked like he pumped him out from center field. The problem is Machado didn't quite get him. They called him out on the field, but after a lengthy review, they have just announced that he was safe. So now, first and third, 2 outs, 6-4 game, so the tying run at first, and now the winning run comes to the plate, and that being of the monster, Schwarbaum, Kyle Schwarber, coming up. Now that
I don't know. I want to hit it, but I don't feel plus 680. I think we're done. I can't do it. I just look at plus money and I start to salivate like a juicy steak. But nah, I can't do it. I can't do it.
You're thinking about going in here? You're looking for a little...
No. I just looked at the number. I'm like, no. It's only 1 out. If it was 1 out, you're damn right. At plus 680 to have me thinking, but it's just 1 out.
Well,
so like,
it's a good thing you didn't because it's finished.
Exactly. See, Carver, you got to go with guys. Plus money's fun, but it's not easy.
Finished
when you're getting almost a 7-1.
But as I was saying before that happened there, you really get when Cam's here the inner workings of how the mind works because I get all the he's trying to piece all of the stuff for the puzzle tonight together because Cam loves the 3-team money line parlays. He wants to go. He's got Gold Cup tonight. He's got baseball.
Tennis.
He's got table tennis in Kazakhstan probably in the middle of the night that probably gets going after he finishes with sports. So listening to Cam kind of put all of the pieces into the puzzle is always fun during the breaks. I like doing that, Cam.
Thank you, Carver. I'm actually considering taking the Rockies at plus 260 tonight. I do need my head examined. They were good to me last night. I don't know. It's one of those games. Know what I do? I look for, Carver? What's the easiest game on the board that's going to be everybody's parlay buster? The Dodgers and Kershaw, he's been pitching better, so I'm probably going to leave that one alone because we were on the Dodgers run line last night. But the Rockies-Houston game, something's screaming, stay away. Like, I have a bad feeling if you're on the Astros tonight.
By the way, they got all kinds of problems on that app today because it had said finished, and yet it's not finished.
It's not finished.
And now it is finished. Now he strikes him out. See, Luke got us before because he was so far ahead of us on that other play that I was waiting for him to give me the seal of approval. But now finally they're having whatever intern they have running the app over there today. They better just get somebody in the room.
Killing me. They're killing me too. They're keeping locks up too long when I need to get in for quick money. No, I've had a real issue as well, Carver, but that's me. I'm not a regular person that's going to sit around and take it. I just get another sports book. That's what I do. It's like groceries. I found another store.
You sound like Joe now. Joe files these complaints at night. Joe likes to file these complaints with the books. That's one of Joe's favorite. They're locking me out. They know. They're locking me out. Locking me out here.
Well, you don't think they profile you? They don't think they know you want to bet the games you bet? These guys know everything. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it. They got my buddy Visine Vince. They could give you his betting card every night, and almost mine too.
All right, Cam, next hour, we're going to start the second hour. I've got some division odds for you in baseball updated as we hit July. We'll do all the golf, and then we will go through all of the games tonight. Huge slate in baseball. We have all these teams. They're playing the second game. Padres, Phillies, Tigers and Nats, Mets, Brewers, Boston and Cincinnati, all playing again. And then you have everyone else in action, too. Kershaw's going for that 3,000 strikeout tonight. Toronto's got a chance to tie the Yankees for first in the AL East. Very, very busy evening throughout baseball. And we will do all of that sandwiched in with golf, Cam, in hour number 2.
Can't wait. Lots of golf picks coming up, Carver. You've been hot. We've been hitting it. Keith's been on fire, too. Hopefully we could do it again, buddy. And, I need some of your dingers for tonight.
I got to tell you, I would watch Keith's picks today because he is now, I think, lost in a playoff back-to-back weeks with his guys. I just have a feeling that Keith's going to bang down the door this week, potentially with one of his guys. Coast to Coast, hour 2 next.
I can't even believe I'm saying pitcher's battle and using the words Patrick Corbin. But can I tell you, Scott, he's a different guy. He's a totally different guy with the Rangers than we've seen.
I say this all the time. Don't worry about the first 5 innings. Like, don't even watch the first 5 innings in Texas Ranger games. Because for whatever reason, there's a ton of runs scored in the first 5, and then it just stops. It just stops.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
No way that I'm betting on the Cleveland Cavaliers for any reason whatsoever.
No.
Ever. Like, when they had LeBron James, it was a different story. I think Spider's great. He's no LeBron. I don't see him carrying them to a title. And I don't believe in the Knicks at all. The Knicks never get it done.
Ferrall Coast to Coast. Only on SportsGrid.
Kevin Durant, at the age of 36 years old, after 17 seasons that he has played in the NBA DRS, is now on his way to H-Town.
I don't think it's a great move. I wanted him to go to a ready-made championship team full of a veteran roster and see if he can ring chase that way. Not to go to an organization on the come-up that if you just stay the course, and also, what better blueprint do we have than just staying the course and okay, safe, right?
The Early Line. Only on SportsGrid.